I'd never been until Fred took me. He was out there for a big LAPD golf tournament. When he won, he said I was his good luck charm.
What's up?
Well, I remember Fred winning that tournament. Yeah, that was 2018?
Sure was.
Gail died in 2019.
Right, well, Fred and I met then, but we didn't start dating until, sometime after that, you know?
Uh-huh.
Ladies and gentlemen, the top TV shows out right now with the best writing for this generation. Bel Air, Snowfall, Hightown. I was waiting with so much anticipation for this episode. It reminded me of the same way I felt when I was a 12-year-old and caught my first Woody. That's how great it felt. I enjoyed this episode and this bitch right here. Boy, Will Smith and crew, y'all know how to drive the knife in. Not only did old Freddie Flintstone, or should I call him Freddie Rolling Stone, cheat on Lisa's mom, but damn, he cheated with a white woman, which is going to be more and more the story development of this dude being our old Uncle Tom. I'm sorry, Carlton. Shouldn't that have called you the Uncle Tom Republican? Because now that title is going to go on Fred. And ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be my unabridged, yes, unabridged recap of episode 6. I'm going to talk about Fred Flintstone, and y'all best believe I'm going to get on old light-skinned eyes Tapestry, because he's going to be having a big role. And Mr. Light-skinned eyes Tapestry, your ass better not get Vivian pregnant with baby Nicky. That's all I got to say. Because if you do, I am going to be on the next season, and I am going to be one of the goons rolling with MI6. Even Will mentioned he's 007 in this episode. I'm going to be one of his goons coming to help him and Phil, America's Uncle Phil, take care of that business. Let's get into this, my people. If you're finding me for the first time, please subscribe to this channel. Pretty please. Also, go follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Let's keep this buzz going. And hopefully I'll get one or two of these stars to come on my YouTube channel, and we can do some great interviews and some recaps. Also, I'm going to put this on the Life Gains podcast. So get ready for all that, ladies and gentlemen. One of the best shows out right now for this era. Well done. We start this episode out with Trey is Ice Trey and Will back home in Philly, just going in on my man, calling him a snake. And people do that, man. When you make a decision sometimes that's best for you to grow and you have to separate from your friends, it can oftentimes lead in your friends feeling like, you know, you're disavowing them or you're separating from them. And you know, Trey just took this thing too far. He's got all Philly thinking Will is something that he's not. He's a bad guy, blah, blah, blah. But that wasn't what was important about this scene. What was important was the way Uncle Phil, America's uncle, playing one of the best black male lead candidate roles in all of TV right now. This man better win some kind of Emmy or whatever the awards are for TV shows, because he is the male black role model we've been looking for since Black Panther. Takes Will into his office and lets him know that, bruh, this is life. I'm running a campaign right now, and they putting the screws on me in this campaign. I'm gonna need you to do better, Will. I'm gonna need you to man up. And Will listens to him. They dap it up, and I love this new dap they're doing. And, you know, he gets Will to get ready to help with this event they're having on behalf of Lisa's mother. Then we get to see Hillary, and man, again, ladies and gentlemen, I just cannot say enough about how beautiful this cast is. The men, the women, the kids, the diversity, all the plot, everything about this show is on point, even the score, the music. And she's in the house, you know, getting ready to do her cooking thing. And then we got Ren and Stimpy, the black version, comes in here doing their fucking pranks. And she's trying to get her stuff together, and they're pranking her. Now, ladies and gentlemen, how do you handle a prankster? You whip they ass. That's what Hillary is going to wind up having to do. Whip that ass. And while she's telling them, look, I'm trying to get my business done, they let her know that the boss of the house, Kyle, he don't play about deadlines. And ladies and gentlemen, that's fine. You know, we all need to make sure we're on time, we're following deadlines, blah, blah, blah. But at the same damn time, you know, these dudes are doing everything they can to get her up in the videos, blah, blah, blah. She needs to shoo them away. And I like how she basically got them to go away. But at the same time, Hillary, you might have to whip that butt. I bet they won't be doing no more pranks. Hillary rolls home to help save Aunt Vivian because she's having issues with the caterers. And I loved how she rolled in with her wagon. Even though she's under pressure to get her show done, she still comes in there to show love for the family, just showing you guys how this family sticks together. And by the way, this dress she's wearing, Hillary, woo-wee, showing all them thigh muscles. Girl been there doing some hat squats or something, boy. Kato, be more careful. And as she's getting ready to help them, they pan over this event that they're doing, this raise money for lupus because that's what Lisa's mom died for. And then while Hillary's getting ready, Kyle calls her to let her know, look, you running my deadlines, you're gonna have to get this stuff together. Hillary's like, look, bro, I got this. I'm gonna handle it. I'm gonna separate myself. I'm gonna add something to this cooking that's gonna make it sizzle. And ladies and gentlemen, we gonna talk about that shit because she sure did make it sizzle. Hillary, you can burn me, baby. You can burn me. And then we get Lisa showing up, and she's in a way, man, because this event is based on her mother, and they're doing it at the Bel Air house in the mansion, and she's just talking to Carlton about how she's feeling. We learn that she's not feeling Angela, and we're going to get to Angela in a minute. And, you know, Carlton is just, you know, talking to her, and she's just kind of telling Carlton, man, I'm not feeling Angela. You know, she's trying to replace my mom, and my dad is all into her. And, you know, Lisa right now, sometimes when you have these events where families change dynamics, there's always someone who feels, you know, maybe attached to whatever the change with the dynamic was. Lisa was very attached to her mom, and she's dealing with it. And apparently no one has sat her down to help her deal with that grief properly, especially when you have a stepdaddy who was already into Angela prior to the mom dying. We get Uncle Phil sitting on his laptop overhearing Hillary and Ashley talking about this drama that's going on within this circle of mom replacing Lisa's mother with her sister because of the closeness and the movement. And Uncle Phil's like, I don't need y'all talking about that right now. You know, let's just stay positive. Let's leave that be. And, you know, I've got a lot of things going on with my campaign on top of all this. We want to just make this thing supported for mom, supported for Lisa. Let's keep it moving. Ladies and gentlemen, start the voting right now. This version of Uncle Phil, Adrian Holmes, he needs to win some awards. So let's get the voting started right now for him. And then, ladies and gentlemen, this is when we about to start getting turned up even more in this episode. You got all the friends showing up, and that damn Joan, for some reason, I don't trust her. I don't know why. I don't trust her, but I mean, I'm going to roll with it. They show up, tell Aunt Vivian just how good she's looking, and she is looking pretty damn good, my new TV wife. And while they're in there talking to her, old light-skinned eyes Tapestry is in the background. And since Jeffrey ain't there to be the eye candy and muscle, apparently they're going to make him become the eye candy of this event. And the women just turn around and look at him like he's a well-cooked pork chop that they just pull right off the grill. And Vivian's like, But then after all that, my people, that's when the drama comes through the door. That is when Fred Flintstone, the Rolling Stone, pulls in with White Angela. And Lord, I said to myself, y'all would do this. Y'all would make the black dude who winds up aspiring to something of high income or high status leave the black woman who's on her deathbed for a white woman, turning the knife, creating TV drama, and I'm here for it, loved it every minute. But Angela comes in, she's doting, and she's, I want to be important, I want to be involved. And, you know, Vivian don't really care for her, but, you know, she's keeping it cordial right now, which is how you're supposed to do things. And, you know, she starts to greet Lisa and, you know, they try to keep it moving. But I knew when I saw this, I said, this is going to be some SHIT. I can't wait till we get on with it. And then we get on with Ashley. Her friends arrive, and this is the young lady she's got her eyes on. And they flash to the next scene where, you know, her friend is looking at Will play the piano. And I said to myself immediately, before they even said this, I said, this friend is going to have the hots for Will. Ladies and gentlemen, this is kind of a rendition of what they did in the original show when the original Ashley had a friend that had the hots for Carlton. But in this show, they're going to make the friend have the hots for Will. And when they're going to have a little situation later on where they talk about it, and I'll get back to it then. But I knew just the way she looked at Will, I was like, this chick going to have a crush on Will. And I don't know what the hell they're going to do with SpongeBob's square haircut back here. Maybe they're going to have him go through a transformation where he becomes a cooler nerd. But I mean, I do agree. She did give Ashley some good advice. Ladies and gentlemen, young people watching my video, you can be a complete nerd in today's generation and be cool as fuck. Be yourself. If he wants to be SpongeBob SquarePants haircut with a bow tie, be you, be confident in who you are, but most importantly, continue to be smart, get them grades, do your thing. And then we go back to Aunt Viv talking to Lisa and Carlton and Angela. And they're just kind of talking about where Carlton is going to go to school. Lisa says she wants to go to a HBCU. Love it. And, you know, Vi, Aunt Vivian, and her friend are basically telling her, look, you should pledge when you get there. And she's talking about pledging. And then we got this bitch Angela trying to steal the show, acting like the baby is kicking. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. You know, we have so many things in society you're not supposed to argue against when people bring up the issue. People bring up religion. You don't argue against it. People start talking about their grandparents and kids. You're not supposed to argue against that. And this bitch gonna bring up the baby's kicking. That baby won't kicking nothing. The way she was scrunting her mouth like she was in pain, you would think that damn baby's in there kicking a field goal. She just did that to distract from all the love and attention that was being put on Lisa. And Lisa needs that right now. Angela's dropping the ball here because this day ain't about Angela. This day is about Lisa and the memory of her mother and raising money to fight lupus. Not raising money to deliver your damn baby. Let Fred the Rolling Flintstone take care of delivering that baby. And Vivian and her friend is just like, lady, get the hell up out of here. But I will give Angela credit for this. In that moment, Angela did make a good point. We should be enthusiastic about those women who want to have their baby but still want to follow their passions. And sometimes it gets lost when women have babies because they're in a situation where, let's just say they're in a two-person household, everybody's not rich. So, and it's a lot cheaper to have one parent stay home with the baby while the other one go to work. And whoever that parent is that wound up staying home usually is the one who loses their dreams. And historically, it has always been the woman doing that. Well, not always, but most of the time, historically, it has been the woman. And they kick all their dreams to the curb and say they're going to get back to it, wind up not doing it. But I like that they are pushing that, hey, this is a new day and age. If you can afford it, if you can put yourself in position, whoever's going to be staying home with the baby, whether it's the man or the woman, don't give up on your dreams. Find a system, keep your dreams going. And then, ladies and gentlemen, that's when we get outside, and that's when we learn that this bitch Angela started fraternizing with Fred the Rolling Stone while Lisa's mother was still alive. Now, we don't know the backstory of it. You know, maybe Lisa's mom said, you know what, I'll let you find another woman while I'm on my deathbed. But the way that Vivian had this animosity toward this woman, and the way Will was looking after this discussion was had, I don't think so. I don't think so. And for all we know, ladies and gentlemen, Fred could have lied. He could have lied to Angela. Angela could be an innocent bystander. Not. At the very least, Angela knew something about Lisa's mother and just decided I'm going to run with it because her ass started talking about, we were just friends then. We were just friends then. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you that America's uncle, Uncle Phil, and my man MI6 Jeffrey are going to be able to use this as ammunition to shut down that man's campaign. And probably if you go and do maybe the calculations of when this baby is due, hell, you might can say that before they finish letting the body get cold in the ground, Lisa's mama, that this baby could have already been in the works. So we go from that scene till we go to another scene of cheaters nature. So we got Lisa's daddy who messed up in the last scene, and we go to this scene into which I think we might be seeing how baby Nicky, the new baby Nicky, is going to get on the scene, because we got old light-skinned eyes tapestries over here. And ladies and gentlemen, when I call him light-skinned eyes tapestry, I ain't talking about him trying to show off his art tapestry. He wants to tap Vivian. He's in here gassing her up, and mind you, her artwork is good, but that's not his only motive. He wants to be spending late nights drinking, probably doing naked artwork with Vivian. And I love how my man Uncle Phil comes in there, puts the kibosh on all that shit. That's right, Uncle Phil. Stand up for us dark-skinned brothers. Get on up in there. The only thing Uncle Phil didn't do that I wish he would have done to say, this my woman, stay away, he should have put a little bit more stank on that kiss he gave Vivian in front of him. He should have threw a little tongue in there. Give him a little tongue ass. This is my woman. A little more stank, but I mean, it's okay. Uncle Phil a professional. And we learned that old light-skinned eyes tapestries is telling Vivian to put her artwork into this fundraiser, and if it sells for a certain amount of money, this lets you know you need to get back into the game. Ladies and gentlemen, I already knew there was going to be a setup with this from the moment I heard it, from the moment I seen it, to all that. And he goes on to try to take the artwork downstairs. America's uncle, Uncle Phil's like, hell no, bro. Start being a guest. Get your ass back down there and guest it up. And when he tapped Uncle Phil on the arm, I'm thinking to myself, Uncle Phil, in my trailer breakdown video, I said you should have shook his hand and broke it. Right here, you should have put his ass in a clover crutch like they used to do in WWE. But you know what? You kept it gully. You kept it real. You are running a campaign. And all I got to say is, Adrian Holmes, when this dude become a problem for you and MI6 Jeffrey next season, be sure to tell Will to contact me, because I'm coming up there to be a goon to help y'all handle this damn business. We ain't going out like this. Then we get to another kind of relationship scene where Lisa is down here just feeling down. She's just not all that thrilled. And she's talking to Will, just talking to Will about all the different things that she's been dealing with from Carlton and all his various emotions. And where the hell is Carlton, ladies and gentlemen? Standing up there lurking. I mean, this dude been lurking the whole damn season like Arya Stark from Game of Damn Thrones. Just lurking and shit. Bruh, find something else to focus on, man. My goodness. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's the problem. He did find something else to focus on, and we're going to talk about that in a minute. In here talking to the girl that she likes, and the girl that she likes reveals that she's not into her. This girl likes dick. She wants Will's penis and talks about how great Will is. And like I said, this is just kind of going by the old line when you had Ashley's friend that liked Carlton. They just switched it up, and now the friend likes Will. And I love the little meeting that Ashley had with Hillary, and Hillary just broke it down for her that sometimes, a heartbreak can be such a devastating thing, and it can be. This is probably more devastating for Ashley because not only is she trying to figure out if she likes girls, but the girl that she was liking and she was thinking had feelings for her, don't like girls, and she likes Will, and Will is in the family, so that's probably stinging for her, but she's young. She'll get it. She'll figure it out. We go downstairs, and the fuckery continues with old light-skinned eyes tapestries. Okay? Uncle Phil sees him over there making bids on Vivian's artwork. And, of course, light-skinned eyes tapestries gave Vivian the $15,000 bet, and he's writing in $15,000. All right? I love how my man, Uncle Phil, come right behind that ass and make it $20,000. You know what? Oh, light-skinned eyes tapestries, not only am I dark, chocolate, and handsome, but my money long, and your money must be funny, because at the end, he didn't outbid what Uncle Phil did. So kudos to this man. But Uncle Phil, I do got to say this. Bruh, you better start nurturing the creative side of your wife. Please nurture it, because if you don't, Art Tapestry's light skin eyes is going to nurture it, and he's going to nurture her creative side, and he's going to create something inside of her called a baby Nicky, and we don't want them. He don't want them problems. He don't want them problems. Then we go from that to old cokehead Carlton. Now y'all still trying to swear up and down he taking prescription pills, but ladies and gentlemen, the way his ass was on that floor sweating and shaking, them is not just prescription pills. I think there is some cocaine mixed up in that and drugs. And he's over there just chastising Will because he overheard the conversation between Will and Lisa and talking about his feelings. He's telling Will, she needs you, not me. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is the turnaround moment. I think Carlton is going to start becoming better friends with Will, because Will, we've seen growth in Will from episode 1 to 6 very, very fast. Will, instead of flying off the deep end, Will was able to nurture Carlton the same way Uncle Phil just nurtured him earlier in this episode. And I thought this was a telling moment, the way Carlton actually snuggled up underneath Will as if to say, bruh, I need some help. And this could be that turnaround moment for Carlton, ladies and gentlemen, where we're going to start enjoying the character and being on his side. And then we get on, ladies and gentlemen, to the speeches and everything that's going on in this fundraiser. And Lisa, poor girl, I mean, just feeling it, man. She is just, this was her mom, this was her buddy, and she's up there doing this speech, and Carlton's supposed to be there to help her, but he's nowhere to be found because he's going through his own issue. So what happens? Will steps in to help her out. And as she's giving a speech, I mean, a damn good poem, I felt this poem. You could feel the pain. She's talking about stars shining down on her. She's talking about her mom and her dreams. Look at the way Fred Flintstone looking at her. Is there any remorse? There's any sadness? This is the look of somebody's like, girl, I want you to shut up because I done moved on. Just get on with it, all right? And she does get on with it. But as she's getting on with it, ladies and gentlemen, we have all kinds of other fireworks going on in this meeting besides what happened with Angela. Take a look at this.
You know, I feel moved to say something, maybe a toast.
We already discussed this.
And I appreciate your opinion, but I ran it by Fred and he said it's fine. So what's the problem?
Well, when Fred has an event at his own damn house, then he can pick whoever he wants to speak. No, Phil, I've had enough of this. This day is not about her. Angela, you are a guest in my house, so you can either kindly sit down or I can kick you out myself.
Okay, we're leaving. Please do.
Y'all see the look on Lisa's face. She's like, bye, Felicia. Or bye, bitch. So not only do we get the drama where Aunt Vivian let that West Side Philly come out, and I always tell folks, just because these women, like my wife, who's a doctor now, and, you know, has gone on and has achieved, you know, from the academic standpoint, my wife is from Detroit. And if you push her hard enough, she will let that Detroit out. Well, that is exactly what just happened with Vivian. She let that Philly out. But oh no, she was not going to be outdone by Uncle Phil, who had to get all up in the ass of Fred Rolling Stone Flintstone. Take a look at this.
Have to let this day pass without the
News breaking.
Yeah, well, I guess when you decide to stab someone in the back and in a long-time friendship, word gets out.
Think about how you and your platform have changed. And ask yourself, who really betrayed who?
You all good here? Yeah, we're fine, Jeffrey.
Hilarious. It's a new day. And your money, connections, and your muscle here aren't gonna save you. I'm gonna crush you in that race.
Goodbye, Fred.
And after that, Uncle Phil puts my man MI6 Jeffrey on the detail of Fred and also on the details of light-skinned eyes art tapestry. But ladies and gentlemen, I already told you how Uncle Phil going to win this campaign and how he can defeat Fred. When they go and do the digging on Fred cheating on Lisa's mom, who's now dead of lupus, you can spin that story 50 million ways to make the dude look bad. But ladies and gentlemen, we are living in a different political era, and we have just seen a candidate who almost won presidency again, who said he can shoot his mom on Fifth Avenue, who got caught paying off a porn star, and people still love this dude. So I wonder how they're gonna spin this story with Lisa's daddy jumping into this race. And then here we go with old Art Tapestry boy, just gassing up Vivian some more. And at this point, ladies and gentlemen, I fear Vivian was starting to bite it. The bait he put on his line, I think she's eating it all the hell up, and I'm nervous. I'm nervous because it's been a long time since I had to fight. And season 2, if anything go down, MI6 Jeffrey, I'm coming to be one of the goons. Then we get Uncle Phil talking to Carlton about where was he at, why he didn't show up. Carlton was scared as hell that he was going to notice that he had been doing some drugs, right? And I think Uncle Phil knew he has, but played it off as if he didn't. And I think this was another moment of showing why this dude is America's uncle. Because he told Carlton he realized that he's been dealing with anxiety. But deep down on the inside, I think Uncle Phil knows he's doing drugs. And he could just be trying to keep it in denial because he doesn't want anything else to come out in this campaign. You know, if you sent your son to rehab for drugs right now, that's gonna leak. And you definitely don't need that leaking out, which is why I think he might just have played it the way he played it. And hopefully he'll get Carlton some help later on. We get Will talking to Vivian, just getting a better understanding of where she's coming from and her feelings about Angela. And, you know, sometimes you need to let cooler heads prevail. But then, ladies and gentlemen, got to be more careful. Hillary figured out a way to get clicks on her damn cooking, because instead of cooking some main course meals, Hillary's in here serving up dessert. And I ain't talking about the creme brulee she about to cook. I'm talking about her ass in this sexy outfit. And Hillary, with whatever device you got right here burning, burn me, baby. Burn me the hell up. I know I'm dark skinned and everything, but you can take that and make me 3 shades darker with this outfit you rocking. And not only is she blazing it up, but she doing this shit in 4K, ladies and gentlemen. Got to be more careful. Look at that camera. Giving everybody something to see. Ain't nobody going to be going there to see what she cooking. Now we know her cooking is good. They're going to be coming there to see what the hell you need to be wearing to turn somebody on when you doing the cooking. And all I got to say is, fellas, if you come home or you go somewhere and you see a woman wearing this while she's trying to cook, ain't no cooking going to get done. The only cooking that's going to get done is your home cooking that you're going to do while you is eating the woman her dessert. That's the only cooking that's going to get done. And then, ladies and gentlemen, they end right where we began. Lisa and Will poolside talking. And I enjoy how they really finally let Will do a little bit more communicating and Lisa do more communicating about what they're going through. And Will actually telling her he didn't want to be another obstacle that she's got to deal with, considering everything she is dealing with. And she says, you know, you really don't want to deal with me like that? And Will's like, hell no, I want to deal with you, but I just want it to be in the kind of space you need. And she basically is like, Will, you don't need no space for me. And sure enough, they kiss and ain't no space is needed. So ladies and gentlemen, that is my recap of episode 6. Man, I could barely wait to get to this microphone to talk about how good this shit was. And I will be dropping a trailer breakdown. You guys got to jump in. I was correct on most of the things I said in my trailer breakdown for this episode. And when they release the trailer, I will break it down and give you guys what I think is going to happen in episode 7. But that's going to do it for this video. Don't forget to like my video. Please comment, subscribe. Get yourself that life game. Be sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Communicate with me there. Talk about me with all your theories and everything you want to see. And I'll make some of those videos for you. And also, ladies and gentlemen, download the podcast. The podcast is going to be up, and it should be up right now so that you can take me and listen to me while you're driving or when you're working out, because I do try to make these things pretty entertaining for you guys, and I love reviewing these great, great classic shows. Till that next Sexy as Hell video, I'll see you.